Oh my god, it's happening. What's up, Reject Nation? I'm Greg Alba. What's your name?
My name is M-Dog from Struggle Nation.
Struggle Nation and real rejects are colliding. 5 people care about this. We are 2 of them. Now, if you guys haven't seen Struggle Nation, they're a huge reaction channel. You guys almost have like 500K right now, right?
Yeah, I think we're at 415,000. Like
I think we're at 415, 678.
Maybe, give or take a couple thousand.
We actually know each other through Akasan, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then we met up at Comic-Con and we hung out. Unfortunately, we got along.
Yeah.
And so now he's here because he lives in California. He almost had my old place.
Almost.
Anyway, no one really cares about this as much as we do. But let's hop right into this. You caught It Chapter 2?
Yes, I did.
Did you like it?
I did. I liked it better than the first one. You didn't?
Opinions are subjective, Drew.
I'm just saying.
Easter eggs you missed in It Chapter 2.
Okay.
Considering that it's based off a really huge novel, I'm sure there's plenty of things that flew right over my head. Let's get into this.
Let's do it.
It Chapter 2 is finally pranced into theaters, bringing the long, bloody saga of the Losers Club to a close. But we're not leaving the circus just yet. With a nearly 3-hour runtime and a 1,000-page book to reference, there were bound to be plenty of Easter eggs in It Chapter 2. Here are the ones you might have missed.
Okay.
It Chapter 2 had a lot of catching up to do. While the first film focused exclusively on the kids, this one had the dual job of both introducing the adult versions of the losers and making you believe that they really could be those children all grown up.
All right.
When we're introduced to adult Ben Hanscom, we see a boardroom with a bunch of men arguing over the model of a building. After the camera slides over the room, it finally focuses on one man. It's Ben, except it's not. Ben, as portrayed by Jay Ryan, is on a Skype call with everybody in that room, but it's a double fake out because that first guy was Ben all grown up. Confused? See, that actor was Brandon Crane, who played Ben Hanscom in the 1990 miniseries.
Oh! Okay, I didn't know that.
And facing the fears of your childhood, giving an actor the chance to play both a child and an adult.
Oh, that's so
I
cool.
noticed that they focus on them. I'm like, who's that?
Speaking of cameos, there was a special one that fans of Stephen King probably noticed.
That's so
but
cool.
might have blown over the heads of casual viewers. No, not the one where director Andy Muschietti appeared in the background when Eddie visits the dairy pharmacy.
I remember that.
We're talking, of course, about King himself.
Yeah.
The horror auteur showed up as the owner of Secondhand Rose, the thrift store where Bill finds
I
Silver,
caught
his
that.
childhood bike. Like King's portrayal in the film, the proprietor in the novel is kind of a jerk.
Honey, come on over, you sugar buns.
But that's not the end. In the film, the shopkeeper has a copy of Bill's book Attic Room on his desk. After Bill notices the book, King repeats what everyone else says about Bill's books. He doesn't like the ending.
Yeah.
It's a joke that's overused in the movie, but hearing the criticism coming
That's just
from
an
King
opinion.
himself is a pretty great nod to
It was
the fact
funny.
that a whole lot of readers don't like the endings of King's books. Because, let's face it, they're not always great.
Okay.
One character the film leaves out entirely is Matoran, an ancient intergalactic turtle that sort of helps the losers
You
defeat
bastards.
during round 1 of their face-off.
Got the spider,
In the
but not
Read
the
about it
turtle.
on
scene,
Wikipedia.
Kids timeline, Bill performs the ritual of Chud with Pennywise and ends up soaring through a cosmic realm beyond space and time, at which point he encounters a big old turtle. Matoran comes from the same dimension as the being known as It, and in fact created our world by puking it out when he had indigestion. So, good thing the Macroverse doesn't have Pepto-Bismol. While neither of the It films have dared to quite go into that level of cosmic craziness, they've definitely dropped a few turtle Easter eggs. It Chapter 1 put a Lego turtle in Georgie's room,
Remember
as
that?
well as a mention of a turtle at the quarry where the kids go swimming. In Chapter 2, we see a model of a turtle at Derry Elementary when Ben
Yes.
revisits the school. to
That
find his
really
twin.
stood out to
Are
me.
there more scattered around the film? We wouldn't be surprised. In an effort to double down on Bill's guilt at not being able to
They
save
should put
his
the
little
turtle in
brother,
the
Chapter
next
2
remake.
also brings in a kid named Dean to die right in front of Bill despite his best efforts to save him. The kid shows up 3 times in the film, but in the novel he only appears once. When
Yes.
Bill is wandering around Derry and revisits the old sewer opening where Georgie became Pennywise's lunch, Bill notices the kid with his skateboard and urges him to stay away from the sewers because there are killer clowns afoot. If you pay close attention to the underside of Dean's skateboard, you can see that, although it's a little roughed up, it once had the same design as the Overlook Hotel's carpet in Stanley Kubrick's adaptation.
Oh, really?
How would you notice that,
The
though?
adult losers finally track Pennywise down to its underground lair and totally flub the ritual of Chud. The clown gets them all to scatter. One by one, they all relive a twisted, surreal version of their childhood fears. Beverly's nightmare takes on the form of a stall in a school bathroom, one that
Yes.
looks a lot like the one where she got trash dumped on her in the beginning of the first film.
Yeah.
To her, the stall clearly symbolizes some sort of cage, because her tormentors from over the years begin trying to burst through the door to taunt her. They all have
I spent
something
most of my
relevant to
life
say,
on a
except
stall.
crazy Henry Bowers, who jams his head into the gap and simply shouts the most iconic line from The Shining.
Here's Johnny.
Yeah, remember that?
Tim Curry's
That was kinda
rendition
obvious,
of
though.
Pennywise
Yeah.
in the 1990
Very
miniseries sent many a kid to bed with nightmares of toothy clowns coming out of the locker room drain. Yeah, it's a little goofy these days, but you can only do so much.
I don't know.
with a
It's
made
pretty
for
creepy.
TV special
Look at
effects.
Back then, yeah.
While it's
It's not
not
new.
the most fondly remembered Stephen King adaptation, the 1990 version of It definitely has its own place in history.
Oh, yeah.
For about 27 years, Tim Curry was the definitive creepy clown, and no modern adaptation worth its salted kid meat is going to ignore it completely. In It Chapter 1, we get to see a clown with a striking resemblance to Tim Curry's Pennywise in the scene where Richie explores the house on Neibold Street. And in the sequel, we got even more nods to the miniseries. For starters, one of the most iconic lines made a return in the
God.
2018 film. During the flashback of young Ben Hanscom hiding from It in his
God,
locker
cheesy that was.
Suddenly, Pennywise pops up with one of the most well-known taunts from the 1990 version. You know the one.
Kiss me, fat boy.
And at the Canal Days Festival, Bill chases a young boy into a clown-themed funhouse and runs into a room full of swinging clown bags. Look closely and you can see
Well,
that those
we're
clowns
on
have the
the
same
second,
pattern
yeah.
as the outfit from Curry's Pennywise.
Oh, I didn't
right
notice
down to
that.
the
Yeah.
orange pom-poms and curvy eyebrows.
You gotta pay
Stephen King's
attention,
novel
Drew.
spends
I
chapters
tried.
hammering home the point that although the losers grew up physically, they each carried remnants of their childhood into adulthood with them. In Eddie's case, he grew up into a man who couldn't quite bear to leave his mother behind, so he married her. Okay, not literally, but Eddie's wife Myra is physically and sometimes spiritually a doppelganger of his mother. She's big, needy, domineering, and fixated on her husband's welfare to the point of emotionally traumatizing him, just like Mom.
Hi, Mom. We'll have an aneurysm, okay? She finds out that we're playing down here. I'm serious.
In It Chapter 2, we only saw Myra Kasprack briefly, but sharp-eyed viewers may have noticed a very, very specific detail. Namely, she's portrayed by the same actress who plays Eddie's mother in both films, Molly Atkinson.
Okay.
So if you got a weird feeling in your stomach thinking that Eddie's wife looked a little too much
Really?
like his mom, you weren't wrong.
What?
If you had to name two mainstream horror
That's
authors
crazy.
in the past
I
few
did not know
decades,
that.
chances are you'd be quick to come up with two names, Stephen King and
That's
Pete
gnarly.
Ross. Both are prolific writers, and both have been writing published fiction for about the same length of time. Obviously, the two authors have taken notice of each other over the years, and while they probably don't have the kind of rivalry fans think they do, they haven't been adverse to taking shots at each other over the years.
It's like you and I.
That's
Yeah, all the
Just
time.
like you and I.
Coons in It as an orderly at Juniper Hill Asylum who watches over an incarcerated Henry Bowers. That scene where he's introduced involves an observation from the perspective of Henry Bowers that, quote, Kuntz is the worst. In It Chapter 2, Kuntz is alive and well with an especially fitting appearance. He's an employee at Juniper Hill, and you can spot him in the film as the guard watching a dog video on his
Oh,
phone when
that's
Henry
him.
Bowers
How
breaks out,
funny.
Because of course he is.
Dogs are magical. They're more magical than elves.
In the book, and to a lesser extent in
Jeez.
Chapter 1, it often takes the shape of movie monsters to terrify the kids. Ben Hanscom is scared of the mummy, while Richie's fears take the form of the hairy shapeshifter from I Was a Teenage Werewolf and the oozing peeper from a 1958 creature feature called The Crawling Eye, because who wouldn't be scared of that? But with updated times come updated scares, and it appears that these 80s kids found some new monster movies to be scared of. Something like John Carpenter's 1982 horror masterpiece, The Thing.
Oh, God, yeah.
For a refresher, The Thing is about a shape-shifting alien that plagues a research team in Antarctica.
That
it can
movie's
take the form
disgusting.
of anything it infects, but it has to go through hideous transformations to get there. In one of It Chapter 2's more memorable scenes, Richie, Bill, and Eddie come across Stan's decapitated head in a fridge inside
Yeah,
the house
it's
in
totally
out of the
Neibold
thing, yeah.
Street. Almost immediately, the head grows a bunch of freaky spider legs,
Yeah.
and Richie says, "You gotta be kidding me." It's a fitting tribute to the scene
Kurt
in
Russell's
Carpenter's Horror
line.
Fest, which sees one of the researchers lose his head to the tentacled monstrosity, after which Palmer says, "You guessed it."
It's a disturbing
You gotta
movie.
be kidding.
Wasn't Kurt Russell.
Later,
I
the
was.
thing
No,
seemingly gets
he
referenced
says
once
"F
again
you"
when
at the end. That's what he
Pomeranian
says.
behind
My
the
bad.
Not Scary door shows up and turns into a twisted dog mutant
Best scene
that
of the
looks
movie.
a lot like the dog that got infected in The Thing. Probably
That
the
was a
creepiest
funny
scene
ass
in
scene.
the
That was a really
2017
funny- that was
film was
funny.
when the kids go exploring in the house on Nybald Street and run into a variety of clown-flavored horror spectacles. Certainly the most memorable segment from that sees Richie and Bill faced with the scary doors. Thinking on their feet, they first run to the door labeled "not scary at all" and find that, surprise, it's pretty scary. Inside, they see one of the missing girls hanging by her hands with everything below her waist missing. Well, it takes 27 years, but Richie eventually finds those legs.
Yep.
When they're back in the Nybald house as adults, Richie again comes up against the 3 scary doors, and the first one he opens reveals a pair of torso-less legs skipping towards
Oh,
Yeah.
I did not connect
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Technically, this Easter egg breaks through the universe of the film and into our world, which is even creepier. Okay, so it's not that creepy, but it's still pretty cool. Most King fans know that he's big on the number 27, and it in particular uses the number as a main plot point. Pennywise comes back every 27 years. It makes sense then that It Chapter 2 saw a release date of September 6, 2019. If you break 9/6/2019 down number by number, all the digits add up to 27. That's
Okay,
not a
well,
coincidence either.
didn't-
It Chapter 1, released on September 8, 2017, follows the same formula. All the digits in the date 9/8/2017 equal exactly 27
Okay.
as well. Add to that the fact that the first film was released 27 years after the 1990 miniseries, and, well, things are starting to get a little freaky here. Check out one of our newest videos right here.
I
Plus,
think
here's
that's
more
just
loot reviews of
coincidence.
favorite movies coming soon.
I mean, it may be
Subscribe to our
particular.
YouTube channel.
You never know. Or maybe they be looking
The
to
movies have Friday release dates. It's just the way it goes, and it's close to Halloween.
I mean, you never know.
Like, what if it didn't add up to 27?
yeah.
You know,
They threw an extra
What if-
number in there just to
what if-
make sure it did.
What if none of the Fridays in September, October added to 27?
I think maybe that was coincidence, and they kind of wanted to make it seem like it was part of it.
Yeah.
The grand plan, and he just did it. And
That's-
Stephen King like, nah,
that's-
it's just random. Like I didn't even know.
That's the way it works. I mean, I imagine that there's way more Easter eggs than
yeah.
what was mentioned here, but I still feel like there's some pretty cool ones that came here.
Yeah.
You know, I got to clarify something too. I did a review for It Chapter 2, and I clearly wasn't very positive about the film.
Really?
Yeah, I was like 50-50 on the film overall. That's not to say I don't appreciate it, because I think it's pretty crazy to have like this horror franchise that's this big and this intricate.
Yeah.
Massive on a global scale. It's a cool time to be living in, and to have such an, like, this is the first epic horror franchise that I can think of. Like a 3-hour horror film that everyone's tuning in for. That's pretty
Yeah.
nuts to me. So I do appreciate it. And if the director has said that he wants to shoot a couple more scenes and make a cut that's more similar to the book, where you're cutting back and forth from the adults and the kids the whole time. And I would be down to watch that at my home.
Yeah, because like that's, the one complaint that I could really have about it is you felt the runtime.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
usually I don't. I saw Endgame like about 15 times and I didn't feel it. But this one, I kind of felt the runtime of it a little bit. I'm like,
It's a good comparison. Endgame and It Chapter 2 are very similar films. So that's why, you know, it's fair to say that you don't feel it with Endgame.
Yeah,
but you
yeah.
don't. Let's talk about some of these. Honestly, my favorite one was the first one.
I didn't know. I didn't know.
I-
I didn't realize.
I feel like I should have known. I've been following that child actor all the way into adulthood
But that's
all
really
this
bad
time.
on you, because me, I have an
I'm
excuse.
an idiot.
I'm looking at the scene and they pay special attention to me, focus on. I'm like, I thought that was him at first, and the guy was on the Skype call. I'm like, well, why are they showing this dude so much? And then to find that out, I'm like, wow.
That's so cool for that guy, though.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Was he the only kid who got to come back?
I think so. Yeah.
Nah, him. Let him. He got made fun of a lot.
Bring him back on the scene.
Bring him back.
He's sitting looking at the camera like this.
Yeah,
like, remember
like-
me? That was cool though. I like
That's
that.
really awesome for him. He was just playing some other guy.
Yeah, he was playing another guy.
But he's still
yeah.
got to make a cameo with the other Ben actor.
Yeah, to talk directly to your character from the movie, and they stuck on him for a while, so he got good screen time.
I guess the unfortunate part was he did not get to grow up looking as chiseled as the guy who's playing
I mean, he
the
could live
older version.
vicariously through him
He could live,
now,
yo,
like, you know,
I
that's-
could have been that guy.
Well, yeah, that's kind of.
That's messed up. What if they had got all the kids from the miniseries to play all the adults? No one probably would have watched it.
Yeah, no, I probably wouldn't.
Would have been anywhere near as exciting.
It reminded me of that. I'm like, nah, I don't want to see that.
The Stephen King cameo, I think, is one of the more obvious Easter eggs.
Yeah, I mean, it's something you can't really miss. As soon as you see it, you know who it is. His dialogue was cool though.
I mean, there's very few authors whose face is that famous who are living today. You know, like I've heard the name Dean Koontz a million times. I didn't know what he looked like until I saw this.
Yeah,
it's like J.K. Rowling and Stephen King are the two faces that, yeah, I know what they look like, even though I haven't read most of their stuff. I thought that Stephen King cameo was fun.
Yeah, I like that.
And I actually really like that bit. His endings don't always stick the landing.
Yeah, it's like good to make fun of yourself and then also have funny dialogue at the same time. I thought it was cool.
I think people were surprised by Stephen King's acting, but I've seen him act plenty of times.
Yeah, he can act. Like,
he's a good actor. I mean, he's not like a great actor, but he does a fun job.
He's good for a cameo.
He's exactly like for the littlest roles, he's really good in them. Have you ever seen the movie Creepshow?
A long time ago.
One of the main storylines in that anthology, he was the star of one of those. And I think he wrote that movie too, so that would make sense why he was able to be in there. But yeah, I think I've always enjoyed Stephen King's acting. It's serviceable for what we needed. Yeah. This pattern on the skateboard from the Overlook Hotel carpet.
There's no way you could pick that out the first, like, you'd have to see that movie multiple times to even... Because your attention isn't at the bottom of the skateboard during that scene, so that's one that is easy to miss.
I don't know if they caught it, their team caught it, or...
They couldn't have, unless they've seen it multiple times.
Yeah, because they were showing a still of it, and I was like, where is this? I don't know. It seems like something that could be so minute that they could just read into it as an Easter egg when it might not be.
The pattern from the carpet, first of all, you probably wouldn't even remember the pattern from the carpet. And then to try to piece that together, I don't know.
Maybe Looper.
Maybe.
Pennywise tributes to Tim Curry with the clowns in the maze. That to me, I definitely picked up on, but I wasn't exactly sure. I saw it and I was like, oh, is that? And they could just be other clowns. But then they talked about the clothing and I was like, oh, that's pretty cool.
I missed it because I went to, they got this It experience here. They recreate that whole haunted house.
Okay.
Where they got the spinning thing, you walk in and you actually walk through the spinning clowns and go in the mirror room.
Yeah.
So that's what I was thinking of. So I wasn't even thinking about, maybe that's a cameo or reference, whatever like that. Because I'm like, that's exactly what I walked through, and I was hyped on that. Like that same thing happened to me. The ones he bumped into, and I bumped into the mirror just like he did. I wasn't even paying attention to that.
Aww.
So I missed that one.
I'm sorry, Drew.
Maybe next time.
Nah. There's not going to be a next time.
Well, don't destroy my dreams. Like, anything's possible.
The crazy one, though, is the mom that played...
Oh, my God.
Eddie's mom.
Yeah.
Also played Eddie's wife.
I feel like that's genius.
Flew over my head.
That's
completely
genius.
Flew over my head.
Because that's something that they know people are going to miss. Unless you really hone in and pay attention, you're not going to pick up on that.
I was like, oh, she's akin to Eddie's
mom.
Yeah.
I thought she's just similar. I didn't know that was the same exact actress. That's big.
That's really cool.
That's big. Whoever decided that, you're a genius.
Don't be insulting saying that's big.
I'm just saying, but it's there to be literally big.
Oh, you're talking about how it's a big deal.
Well, they said big. They said she was big.
Physically.
They said physically big. Like they were talking about. I'm nice.
More proper terminology, Drew. If you're gonna be here at the Real Rejects.
All right, fine. She was sizable. Is that better?
Yeah, she's giant. So the Thing reference there, the Thing reference is pretty obvious. I was wondering if the line was direct. I always heard Kurt Russell's voice in my head, but then I'm remembering that the last thing he says to it is, I'm trying not to say it here,
right?
Because of
YouTube.
YouTube's funny,
exactly.
But yeah, I thought the Thing reference was pretty cool. I didn't pick up on that, like, oh, he developed a new fear, because in It Chapter 1 they tease that this is where it's coming from, but I don't recall any specific references to the Thing other than when that just appeared. But that would make sense. We don't need to see every part of their backstory. Audience members are smart enough to pick up on it. The torso thing. How long ago did you see It Chapter 1?
When it was in theaters.
That was the last time you saw it? Mm-hmm. And you remembered it well enough?
Yeah, because I remember when they went to the 3 doors and they opened the one, they saw the chick hanging. So now when they open the door again and they see feet walking, my brain automatically connected because you heard her voice too.
Damn, like I don't remember that from It Chapter. I only saw It Chapter 1 the one time in the theaters too, but I remember the door choices, but I don't remember anything of what's behind those doors.
They're trying to think of which one to go through, and they go through one, and then you see her hanging. You remember exactly what happened in that scene, and then you see the feet walk. I'm like, oh, that's where the feet went.
That's really cool.
That was dope. That was dope.
One of my favorite moments from Chapter 2 was with the dog.
The dog was the best. That's the standout scene because
when they stop.
all that dialogue was just hilarious.
They're like belittling the dog, and then they start to fall for like maybe it's just a puppy actually.
Because he's looking good the whole time. He was
so
just
smart.
sit, and the dog sits. I'm like, this is amazing.
That was hilarious.
Loved it.
The turtle. I was hoping they'd go full turtle. I've heard about the turtle.
See, the thing is, I heard they were going to take away the spider and do different things. So I thought they were going to take away the spider and then maybe have the turtle, but the spider was there. So,
yeah, there's Pennywise's head on the spider.
yeah.
Okay, the next It remake. Or the It prequel, which I hear is rumored in
I
development.
heard they're actually doing something like that.
Put the turtle in there. You gotta commit. We gotta go full turtle.
I feel like if it's a prequel, then the turtle has to be there.
Yeah.
Because what else are you going to talk about?
Yeah. What else are you gonna talk about? You gotta have the turtle.
You gotta have the turtle.
You gotta have the turtle, man.
Turtle's in the way
Turtle
for the
needs to
spotlight.
be
Like, I'm
there.
here. What's going on?
Everyone's gonna show up wearing their turtle cosplay outfits. Where's the turtle, man?
I like turtles.
Like, there's gotta be something like that. It has to be.
Chapter Turtle. I can't wait, man.
I ain't seeing that. If they call it that, I'm not seeing that.
I'm first in line and only in line.
I'll watch your review.
I'll give a more positive review automatically, just because
Just
of
off the
this.
turtle.
Just give me what I wanted, more turtle stuff. Well, this was fun. Thanks, Looper, for putting this together. Guys, you can subscribe to Looper's channel if you haven't done so already. Make sure to subscribe to Drew. I call you Drew, all right? You're just going by
that's fine.
Drew.
That's fine.
Hashtag Struggle Nation channel, also Ecomog. I don't know when you changed it. Whatever, your Ecomog on some platforms.
On some, yeah.
Yeah, you know, your brand
guessing game.
is confusing.
I know.
I'm letting you know that.
I know.
Subscribe to The Real Rejects, click that notification bell, and hey, I'd like to give a patron of the day shout out to a man named Niraj Krishnan. Niraj, he's from New Jersey, handsome fellow. Ladies, the guy just lost about 15 pounds.
Damn.
So he is looking sexy. So if you're in New Jersey and you're looking for some hot Indian action, hit up Jabby Kawai, my brother. He lives in California. You have
Damn.
better odds with him. Niraj, lose 20 more pounds, and then I guarantee you'll get all the ladies you want. You think 15's good enough? No, you can't just stop there. You got to keep going, dude. Keep losing that weight. Get
works.
a six-pack.
It works.
Does it?
No,
Drew would know.
unfortunately.
Take it off, Drew.
Not on YouTube.
Show it to Niraj. Show Niraj what he has to aspire to.
Well, we can get age restricted if we want.
Nah, my ego is gonna really go down if you take off your shirt.
Okay.
And if Niraj sends me a shirtless photo too. Clearly, I'm just jealous of you, man. I'm sorry. You know I love you. I got in trouble for a mean shout out recently. Hopefully you get I'm just being satirical.
Just jokes. Just jokes.